Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros. I hope that you're all feeling very well. Today's Wednesday. Some say happy hump day. I say sometimes we're on top of the hill and now we go downhill, not in a negative way, but it was a hill climb. And now we start to go downhill, meaning, that I hope that every one of you may have a smooth rest of the week. And today, I want to let you know something about this thing about eating healthy. And I heard, some of my team members in what I do, the current job, what I do now, I hear them speak about foods, and I hear them speak about diets. Now, here's the thing about diets. Do diets work? If you stick by them, yes, they do work. But what I've seen in my experience, when people do diets, there's a time that you do it, right? It could be like a month, 2 months, like 3 months, right? 90 days. But what I see people do is that when they finish the diet, they return back to exactly what they were eating before. So even if you lost a certain amount of weight, I've seen people gain it back. And not only that, I've seen people gain so much that now they're heavier than they were before they started that diet. It's crazy, because my advice is this: you have to build a lifestyle. This whole thing about losing weight, getting in shape, I'm living this right now. I'm not making this up. I'm living this right now. I eat in a calorie deficit. What that means is I don't starve myself. I'm going to repeat this again. I do not starve myself. I eat good. I eat my dinner when I get home. I have 2 days out of the week that I like to do an intermittent fasting. That's just the way that I do it. But I drink plenty of fluids when I do these fastings. Now, I just eat, healthier stuff. I go for fruits. I go for, dry cereal, dry fruits. I still get my proteins in. I don't starve myself at all. And I don't even feel weak. And I've been in a calorie deficit now for some time. And I've been consistent with it. And I have seen really, really nice changes in my physique. As I've been working out, lifting weights, not skipping my workout sessions, I have seen the changes. And it works. So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna eat healthy, if you do it just for a period of time, you're gonna go back into what you were doing before. I mean, you might as well don't even do it then. Because if you're trying to achieve a better physique, you wanna feel better, you wanna look better, then you have to understand that this is not temporary. You cannot expect to eat a certain way for 90 days or 2 months. You lose some weight and okay, I'm there. It doesn't work that way. Like I said before, I have seen a lot of people make this mistake. People that are close to me, I've seen them make this mistake. And it doesn't work. when you're gonna do this, if you're going to change your body, if you're gonna change your physique, if you wanna feel healthier, you gotta understand that this is a lifestyle. It's not temporary. You gotta understand that this is what you're gonna stick with always. That's just the way that works. I accepted that, and the sooner that I accepted that, I committed to this new lifestyle of living in a calorie deficit. And I'm gonna share this with you, and I have said this before in other videos. I have a sweet mouth. I like desserts. I like eating sweets, but I don't go out of my calories of what I, the certain amount. I don't count them. Literally, I don't count my calories, but I know my body. I weigh myself daily. I check and I know where I'm at. And I understand how I'm supposed to go about this. And it's just being in a calorie deficit. You're eating less and you're burning more. You're moving your body. And I don't even do cardio like how people do them in the gym, that they're on a treadmill for 2 hours, 3 hours, or an elliptical. I don't really do cardio that way. I get my cardio is when I'm doing the workout. That's when I'm getting in my cardio. I may do, let's say, leg day, 10 sets, and I'm working, on my quads, my hamstrings, my calves. I'm working to build my legs, and I'm, supersetting, and I sweat within, it takes about probably 45 minutes, right? Because I'm, supersetting, and I'm making sure that I get in my 10 sets, and I'm progressively overloading. I'm focusing on increasing strength, and I sweat a lot within about 45 minutes. I don't know how many calories I burn, but I am drenched in sweat. So that's just an example of one of my workout sessions. To me, that's my cardio. Now, I do walk. I walk my dog. Sometimes I do rucking, which is, of course, walking with a weighted vest. Not a lot of weight, a couple of pounds. I may do probably 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. I don't do long, extended time of cardio. I don't do it that way. And I have lost weight because I have been burning fat and building muscle. If you do that, I couldn't really believe it, because I would hear a lot of guys that are legit, a lot of good influencers. I would hear them talking about it, giving this advice. They will say, go on a calorie deficit. All you got to do is work out, show up to the gym every day, be consistent, eat less, burn more. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm probably going to have to do cardio. I really have not to go crazy doing cardio. I have not had to go crazy doing cardio. I'm telling you this, I was 196 pounds. I would always be in between 196, 199, sometimes 200, and then I will go down to 196, and it was up and down. I started this calorie deficit thing of just being strict, eating less, burning more, being consistent with my workouts. And this has been something that has been going on for a period of about 6 months. My people, I'm right now 182 pounds. I didn't force my way into 182. All I did was stay consistent. I made being in a calorie deficit a lifestyle. I eat healthy. I still have my little dessert when the weekend comes, but not getting out of that boundary, of calories, not getting out of that calorie budget, and I continue to work out, and I'm at 182 pounds now, and I feel great. I feel strong. I don't feel super weak when I'm lifting weights. At first, yes, I will feel a little bit weak, but my strength has been picking up. So, it works, like I told you. Remember, when you hear somebody say dieting, just remember that if they're doing it with some sort of expiration date, sooner or later, he or she, whoever's doing this, 90 days, 2 months, My question is, okay, what is your plan after those 90 days or 2 months or 30 days, whatever it is that you're doing? If it's a carnivore diet, whatever the case is, you have to have a game plan afterwards, because if you don't and you return back to your old ways, you're going to be frustrated because you're going to gain weight again, and probably more than before. So my advice is, if you want to get in shape, if you want to have a fit body, if you're going for that, for that goal, my advice is make eating healthy, calorie deficit. Understand that you got to commit. This has to be a lifestyle. And you always have to work out. Of course, have your days of rest, whatever it is that works for you. Me, I have a 2-day rest. I do 5 days a week, and I rest 2 days. When I rest, I still do a little bit of walking with my vest. I call it an active recovery day. That's how I do it. That's my take. But like I said, I am living proof that when you have a calorie deficit lifestyle and you're consistent with your workout, you're going to see the changes in your body. You're gonna see, I'm in my mid-40s and I can see my abs, and I never got to see them the way as much as I see them now, even when I was in my 20s. Not exaggerating. I'm in my mid-40s, father of a teenage girl who I'm proud of, and it's just unbelievable how good you can feel if you just do things the right way. If you do it the right way, don't take any shortcuts, not putting any crap into your body, just good old-fashioned, doing it the right way, you're gonna see the results. So I encourage you today, with this whole eating thing, don't get it twisted, don't get confused. This is not complicated. Remember, eat less, burn more, and as always, please take care of yourself. Have some self-love, protect that mental health, make time to go to the gym and work out because you need it as you get older. And eat healthy. Try to eat healthy. So I hope that you all have a beautiful and very, very blessed evening. And I will be seeing you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.